Hey, pre-notification gang. Coming along great, Rip. I am immediately going for the tree. You can't eat the tree. Ow. Ah. Ah. Jesus. Crazy. Bitcoin at 17K. Is that up or down? I haven't been keeping up. See, Sonic Frontiers is getting updates. Tails, Knuckles, and Amy will be playable after 16 years. Sounds cool. Plans for tonight? Go over some shit, then more World of Warcraft with the boys. Like I said, I'm really gonna give that a big, fair shot. And I liked it last night. I completely forgot to set up my keybinds, but I'll just do it on stream. It shouldn't be long. Danny told me his, so I'm just gonna copy his. Thanks, Risa Bianco. You boy. Check your backstage. What, why? Thanks, the Risa Lo Siento. I don't really use Spotify, so I didn't have a Spotify Wrapped. Everything I listen to is just from YouTube that I download onto my phone. Just bought a camper, time to travel. Enjoy it. Sounds cool. No, they have good quality YouTube downloads for music. Thanks, the resub Dumpy. Did you see the Sam Bankman-Fried video from CoffeeZilla? No, not yet. I fucking saw that he got a standing ovation while talking to I think it was the New York Times. Like, I can't... The man is a criminal. And for some reason, he's being treated so well. It's one of the biggest fucking frauds in history. The head of FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried. Thanks to Prime, Sleepy, Narisa Boyman, and Gifsub Rezier. And the resub Connor. And the Bits Magpie. Thanks to the resub Simi. No, still haven't seen Knives Out 2. Is it on Netflix now? Thanks to the prime time. And the resub defensive. And Coyote. And Skeleton. And the resub Shower Beers. See World Cup US versus Iran. I watched a little of it. Thanks a bits whiff. And Lissy. Are you up to date with Chainsaw Man? Haven't seen the one from yesterday yet. Oh, I forgot the Mario trailer came out. Yeah, I'll check it out. I totally fucking forgot. I'll watch it, sure. I really don't think I'm going to like Chris Pratt as Mario, but I guess we'll see. Thanks, resub boat. And jabs. Chris Pratt is literally speaking his normal voice. Awesome. When I think of Mario, I think of Chris Pratt. I am still so upset they just didn't use Charles Martinet. Like, although he's only ever done like wahoos and stuff like that, and here we go. He's a fucking voice actor. He can speak like lines. He can talk. I think he would have been perfect because that's what everyone associates with Mario, not fucking Chris Pratt. But Chris Pratt has the star power that Martinet does not, which is tragic. He's dead? Charles Martinet's not dead. What? Who are you thinking of? Charles Martinet's... Unless this just happened recently. Charles Martinet is still very much alive. There's the resub Jacob, Leva, Shanks, Sijadu, Jinx, Spooky, and Diarrhea. And Schneege. And the bits Eliza and gives sub Spooky. And there's some cool mechs. It's definitely not nitpicky to say that Chris Pratt as Mario isn't good. I think that's a very fair thing to say. That's not nitpicky. He is the main character. If he's not doing a great job, it's going to stand out. It's certainly not a nitpick. Thanks for the gift sub, Swiggity. It's not that bad. Oh, I haven't heard it yet, so we'll see. Is this from the first trailer? I didn't get a huge taste, but it's not like I was crazy about it. Thanks to Tier 1 New Age in the Prime Dojo. And resub, sire. Check your backstage. People want you in a Christmas movie. Is it like a big budget one? Because I'm only doing large productions for my acting at the moment. It's gotta go theatrical or nothing. Thanks the bits, Grant. If Chris Pratt uses his regular voice for Mario, Nintendo will send him a cease and desist every time he speaks. Imagine. He's a resub demon. The fuck is Cocaine Bear? It's a new movie coming out. It looks pretty silly. Thanks to resub Robo. I need to talk about Liver King. I just made a whole video on Liver King. I mean, I can talk about him more, I guess. Thanks to resub Igneous, Ectobius, and Robo. No updates on the Panda stuff. They did not respond today, which shocked me. I cannot believe that they're putting off a statement. So this is just going to continue to fester. There's a Prime Wills and resub Sickle. And Johnny Sins. Does Genesis 9 have a license? No, they don't. This is another grassroots org. Or grassroots tournament. So we'll see if they take action against Genesis. But we won't know until like the day before if they shut it down. Thanks to Give Sub Lemon and the resub Chicken and Nutmare. You see the tweet the social media manager of Panda made? Bro, that's not a real account. It's a parody account. I feel like they'll just blame Nintendo. That's probably the angle they'll go with. It's also probably the safer angle for them from a PR perspective. But Alan has his feet to the fire, like, hard. I don't think that'll be enough. He's the Prime Storm and resub Doodle. Dude, Charles Martinet is dead for real. It was a whole year ago. It literally was not. I just pulled it up in order to ensure he's not dead. Charles Martinet is not dead. You are on the internet right now. You could have Googled it yourself. Thanks to resub Jock and Aiden. And the Prime Gunna. And thanks to the Prime Endings. Look what the Liver King said to Eddie Alvarez on Twitter. Like, recently? Oh, 4 hours ago. I mean, this is kind of, once again, nothingness. Oh, he's showing DMs. I was looking at the wrong thing. Or he's once again preaching that he's all natty and shit. The Liver King drama is wild. It's really not wild. It's like the most unsurprising drama ever. Again, just by looking at the Liver King, everyone should have known. I said it from the get-go. He has, like, HGH bubble gut. It's just not as protruding as most HGH bubble guts. But, like, that's just not an achievable physique naturally. It's just not. And the man is mid-40s. No one mid-40s can look like that. naturally. Bro, you're not smart for knowing he's on roids. My 3-year-old cousin could have guessed that. That's the whole point. Jesus, what? That's the whole point. It's not surprise. How? What do you mean? Everyone should have known. And yet he's made over $100 million off people believing he is still somehow natty. What are you talking about? I am literally saying what you're saying. Thanks to the resub shovel R2 Pro in cash in Sweden in the Prime Dark. And the resub dong. Joe Rogan said it instantly when Liver King first popped up. Most fitness professionals said it instantly. I actually can't think of any fitness industry veterans that said Liver King is natural. I can't think of any. I don't think I saw anyone say that. The only people that believed he was natural were his fans, who propelled him to 9 figures. Okay, what Carnivore MD said about liver? Well, I don't. Can you just tell me? I can't imagine anyone like with any understanding of the fitness industry, even a little bit, would say that Liver King at any point resembled something naturally achievable. The point is, it's just it wasn't surprising news. It was just entertaining news that all of his juicing leaked. I'm very excited to see his statement though, like official one, outside of just his statement to the Daily Beast about it. I really want to know where he's gonna take it. Thanks for the 10 gift subs, dog. Thanks for the generosity, man. And the Prime Soft and the resub delaxing. Bloodborne 2. I'd love Bloodborne 2. That would be amazing. Thanks for resub Irish. And the resub cursed. That was kind of what I thought as well, Colby. I mean, I care that he lied about his steroids and misled so many people to believing that if they followed his 9 tenets that they'd be jacked like him, and buying his supplements that are legitimately useless. That's all fucked. But he did preach positive shit too, like everyone else does. So there were positive aspects where he just dropped cliches that I'm sure could help someone. What's the worst game you've played this year? Babylon's Fall. Thanks for resub Luna, Flappy, Danny, and Tier 1 Grand. Thanks for resub Long Haul. Thanks to the Bits Magpie. And thanks to the resub Cubite and Prime Bilbo. Liver King still posting on TikTok like nothing happened. I know. He's only given one statement that I've seen, and it was to the Daily Beast. But like he said, he wants to go on a podcast to talk about it. So you bet your sweet bippy I'll be watching. I really want to see what he says. Thanks to Tier 1. Gotti and the resub Les. What if he wanted to come on the official podcast? I just don't think that'd be a good episode. That'd be very boring. I don't find him personally entertaining. I think his like house tour is entertaining, and he's pretty silly with like eating raw nuts like testicles and all that. But listening to him speak, I don't think is very interesting. It's just very standard, pretentious fitness douche. Just a bunch of cliches stacked on top of each other and then shouting out his brand about hard work. Always in sales mode. Yeah, he always ties it back into a sales pitch. Thanks to Tier 1 Padge and the resub Luxurious, Genghis Khan, Family Guy, and Tier 1 Goody. He's just going to say it wasn't him. But he missed that chance. He already said to the Daily Beast that he's almost thankful for this event. So he already missed his chance to deny it as fake. So he's going to have to somehow address it. Unless the statement to the Daily Beast wasn't him. If he was a businessman, he puts his brand first before anything. Bro, he's got 9 figures. I think what he'll probably end up doing is going dark. If this starts to like eat into his actual rep, he'll probably just live off his 100+ million. Plus, as I've learned, he was actually very successful even before becoming the Liver King. He was already very well off. Thanks to Prime Nelly and the resub Atef and Horse and Ringo. Thanks to Prime Hudson. He had to be spending 12K on steroids a month. 12K a month on steroids alone. Yeah, but that's so negligible compared to what he was making. Again, he claims to have been making 100 million a year off of his companies. 12K a month is nothing in that pot. Claims. Yeah, they are his claims. He does have a ton of companies, though, and he very much does have a receptive audience. I think it's a Tier 1 motel. And thanks to the resub Big B. Probably total revenue of the companies and not profit. Maybe, but he said he was making. Unless he was just referring to like all the companies combined are pulling that in, not necessarily in profit, like in his pocket. But him saying he made it makes it sound like that was like his like actual profit. Though it really seems unreasonable. Like way too high. You buy anything on Black Friday? Some extension cords. And I bought Tiana Smash Bros. And Pokemon because she wanted those. Thanks to resub Amy. That was it. Thanks to Prime Weddy. And resub Pyre. And thanks to the resub Monk. No, nothing from Panda yet. I did see a post on here, and I don't know where it went. Must have been removed. But I saw a post on here from Golden Guardians talking about their experience with Panda. But now that that's not here anymore, I guess I'll take that with a grain of salt. Thanks to the resub, Walker and Drunk. Didn't Nintendo comment? No, not that I've seen. Any games tonight? Yeah, I'm gonna do more WoW later on. Just mascots fighting each other. Yeah, those are pretty cool. Thanks, Resub Conquer and the Prime Fluffy. You see Boogie's response to Sunny? No, I didn't even watch Sunny's video on Boogie. Alright, let me see this trailer. Man, they got him in a goddamn Coliseum. Huge.
Alright. Let's go.
Yeah, I just don't... I didn't really like that.
Oh my god, okay. Not sure if you know who I am, but I'm about to rule the world.
Wow, yay.
But there's one problem. There's a human, has a mustache, just like you.
Jack Black's killing it though. That sounds good.
Being with a mustache wearing an identical outfit with a hat with the letter of his first name on it? Because I don't.
Bowser is coming. Together, we are going to stop that monster.
How? Look at us. We're adorable.
I got this. No problem.
Yeah, I really don't like his voice. Holy shit. I actually dislike that significantly more than I thought I would. I don't know, just like even the way he delivers that line just seems like how I'd do it during a bad games night. Like sarcastically almost, very lazily. Like there's like no effort put into that. That's just, it just feels like sounds soulless.
There's a huge universe out there. With a lot of galaxies. They're all counting on us. No pressure.
The visuals look great though. Eek. I like the visuals. I really... Yeah, I was not feeling Chris Pratt's voice there. And it's not even that. I feel like he just didn't even try. Like, it feels like he didn't even give it a real attempt. Like, they just took his first takes from the audition and said, that's good enough. Chris Pratt's so fucking cool. If it wasn't such a, like, beloved character that already had, like, a voice to some extent, I don't think I'd care as much, and I don't think many people would care as much. This is, like, the first time it's been, like, a character of Mario's pedigree, and it has a pretty underwhelming performance, so it really sticks out. At least in the trailer. Maybe in the actual movie it's better. Yeah, that was not his A game. Here's the tier 1 pop out in the resub. Maddie, Giovanni, Rivet, hey Tuv, in the prime SpongeBob, in the resub Dath, Lectrix, and Ty, in the prime Verp. Yeah, all adult size Jambo. Thanks to the bits vegan. Probably won't happen, Mac, but maybe. Thanks to resub Andy. Every single other country's dub has that shit beat. Let me see. Give me an example. I wonder what Japanese Mario sounds like. Hope you're doing well, Tev. Do French? Alright. Jack Black sounds better. I like the Luigi voice actor. Is it Zenitsu? Ah. Yeah, man, I don't think the Japanese voice actor for Mario is doing much better than Chris Pratt, honestly. What vibe did they want for Mario? Like, really laid back and unenthused? Like, what was the direction? Try French. Well, actually, I want to hear him say, wahoo. They just should have had Charles Martinet for every language. Just teach him every language. Alright, let's skip here. I just want to hear Mario, that's all.
Bowser arrive. Nous allons neutraliser ce monstre.
Comment? Regardez-nous! On est adorables!
Je vous fais ça sans problème. Ouais. Ah.
That's pretty good. Like, that's better. That's just already better. Yeah, I like the French Mario the best so far.
L'univers autour de nous est gigantesque. Il y a tellement de galaxies.
Let's hear his wahoo. Okay, yeah, the French voice actor absolutely fucking killed it. We need that guy. Exit Prime, Mew, Sorrow, and Sleepy. Nerissa, Bryson, and Kat. And Zythal, Kakai, Andy, and the Prime Peace, and Risa, Moop, and Sakurez. And Bits Vegan. Do Italian. Oh, yeah. That was a good let's go.
Non so se sai chi sono.
Ma che ci vuole? Che ci vuole? Non c'è problema. Sì. Andiamo Mario.
Not impressed there. How about that Wahoo though? Oh! That was an amazing Let's A Go and the Wahoo. God. Goodness me. No, I still think French was overall better. But man, that Let's A Go and Wahoo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Try Brazil. Christ, how many dubs do they have? Wait, where's the Brazilian one? Oh, no, wait, this is from a month ago. It looks like they don't have the most recent trailer. Portuguese? Oh. Chat just kept saying Brazil, I didn't know. That did sound pretty close to, like, Martin A.
Não sei se me conhece.
Sim. Deixa comigo, sem problema.
Vamos lá, Mario! Nossa grande aventura começa agora!
Tira isso, tira isso, tira isso!
I think French and Portuguese kind of popping off here. Oh, so good. Another good Wahoo. Those two seem to be the best. Thanks the resub, Dean. The bits, kitty. Apparently on... What? What does that even mean? On Twitter, Sneeko fans think you're a smart, undercover SJW and Marxist. Jesus. Just accept the guy you like as a cuck and enjoys child porn. Just say, you know what? I don't care if Sneeko likes child porn and is a cuck. I'm still going to look at him as an alpha male. You don't need to go into this weird delusion. Thanks to the Bits Phantom and Akiyo. And the Prime Dowsy. Do you plan on doing a moist meter for Glass Onion? I haven't watched it yet. I might. When it goes to Netflix. I don't feel like going to a theater for it, though. Thanks the resub Roscoe and Malls. Did I miss you cover Alan's response on Twitter? Where is this shit coming from? Alan hasn't responded on Twitter. No one from Panda has. Unless it's been within the last 5 minutes. Nope, Alan has said nothing on Twitter. You guys keep looking at the impersonation accounts. You're like the 10th person to say that. It's people impersonating Panda and Alan. It's not actually them. Yeah, I already talked about Liver King. And the Prime Sharp and Racing. What do you think of Roblox having NFTs and crypto? I didn't know it had NFTs or crypto. I know it has its own stock market, though. And there's the Prime Miko. Yeah, maybe you're right, Jay. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. And I don't know, I prefer watching events as opposed to hosting them, because the Prime owned. No, I haven't finished The Devil in Me yet. Gonna do that maybe this weekend. Thanks to Resub Magic. Thanks to Resub Picarelli. And Sean. And Spider Guy. Did you watch the latest Chainsaw Man? Not yet. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Leos. Hope you had a good day, man. You're gonna moist meter the WoW expansion? It depends on how long it takes me to get... Well, it's gonna take a lot longer than most people since I still have to learn everything. Probably not. It'll take me too long. Thanks to Prime Hadian. But I'm gonna play it again tonight. Keep blasting through it. Thanks to Resub Pylon. You gonna play that Warhammer co-op game, Darktide? Yeah, I'll give it a whirl. What, in your opinion, would be the worst outcome to the Game Awards? Shit, man, I have no idea. There's no game like Deathloop this year, so I don't think there is like a terrible outcome. Deathloop was just a tragedy. Just gonna play it for a day and leave it? What, Darktide? Maybe. But we'll see. I am looking forward to Callisto Protocol. Mm-hmm. It's a Tier 1 Wonderland. Pokemon's not running for Game of the Year. Pokemon's in a different category. Can't remember what it is. No news on the Smash side of things. Just more people coming forward about their experience with Panda. But nothing at the moment. No statement from Panda or Alan. Hopefully soon. Nintendo did make a statement. Can't wait to see what fake account you saw there. Let me take a peek, because I'm sure if Nintendo made a statement, that would have went fucking viral, and I wouldn't have missed it. The last tweet from Nintendo was 2 days ago. Oh, nope, yesterday about the Nintendo Direct. But let's go to a different Nintendo account. They did on Kotaku. Oh, you're talking about the spokesperson. That's not news. That was already debunked by Smash World Tour. I don't know who Kotaku talked to, but whatever they were speaking about is not at all what Smash World Tour was told by the Nintendo reps they talked to. So Kotaku really was wrong. I don't know if it was Kotaku being wrong or whoever they got in contact with. But yeah, we went over that last night. All of that happened last night. Smash World Tour put out an immediate response to that, basically saying that this is nonsense. That's not what was reflected in our call with Nintendo. Thanks to Tier 1 Vinlada and the Prime Scrublord and the resub Wivmia and Dongle. Nintendo or Panda won't say anything for weeks. Panda has to respond sooner. They're about to start losing their talent. Like, it seems like IBDW is going to be reconsidering that Panda sponsorship. TK Breezy was already looking for other jobs on stream last night. The longer they take, the more that's going to happen to everyone on their payroll. These are 5 gift subs, Nim. Thank you for that. HBox said they're making a statement soon. Okay. Thanks to the resub, Sinless. Of course I'm gonna play Callisto Protocol when it comes out. Did you watch CoffeeZilla speak to the FTX owner? Not yet. We talked about the New York Times interview with Sam Bankman-Fried a little bit, though. CoffeeZilla posted a little clip from it here. I'll pull it up. This shit is blowing my mind, the way the media is treating Sam Bankman-Fried. A fucking billion-dollar fraud. One of the biggest frauds we've had in a long, long time. And this is the reception.
Engaging in it at a time, in truth, when I know you've been advised not to. So thank you so very, very much. Thank you. Sam Bankman-Fried, everybody. On behalf of everybody.
Amazing. He's getting interviews, getting rounds of applause, getting very favorable articles written about him, and the man is a fucking criminal who should be in jail. Crazy. Crazy. Thanks to resub Marcy, Chump, Ophidia, Virtue, and the Prime Boofy. I don't think I'll ever go to Australia, but if I do, I will be sure to check that out, Scorpion. I mean, those things are usually cool, Jay. It's just like I said, I'd rather just watch as opposed to be involved. The audience is AI. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. This is the head of FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried. Right now he's going on a little world tour here, doing all kinds of interviews and shit. And the media loves him, even though he is one of the biggest frauds. It's crazy. So weird. Why is that surprising? Well, I think the reason it's so surprising to me personally is because old media always looks for the next thing to attack, whether it's games like, oh, this shooting. The shooter played a game once. Maybe we need to make like 6 articles about violent games or something. Like, they're always looking for something to attack. And now they have the perfect candidate with Sam Bankman-Fried. One of the biggest frauds in history. Billions of dollars wiped out. And instead of attacking him, they are putting his whole ass in their mouth and sucking the farts right out. All kinds of puff pieces praising him and his character, calling him a genius and his vision. And it's just such a shame FTX collapsed, unavoidable, a victim of a bank run. Who could have seen it coming? Nobody. Getting a goddamn tour out of it, it makes no sense. I know he donated a ton. I get that. But even still, they're just tanking their own credibility. Everybody, I haven't seen anyone, literally no like human being outside of journalists defending him. So every piece that Wall Street Journal prints about, oh, actually FTX collapse wasn't fraud, it was he had a bad League of Legends game and people got a little concerned and all pulled out at once. Like, every time they write some stupid piece about FTX and how Sam Bankman-Fried's an angel, more and more people are opening their eyes to how fucking dog shit they are. Like, as a company. Like, normal people. Like, actual just normal people who maybe victim of FTX or know somebody that was a victim of it. I just don't know what they're thinking with these pieces. It doesn't compute. It makes no sense to me. No, he didn't donate to, like, well, I think he did donate to charities as well, but he donated directly to, like, the media. He donated to political parties. Like, he donated directly to the people that are singing his praises. But still, it doesn't make any sense why they would be defending him now. He has $0 to his name. He has less money than every single person in chat right now, at least on paper. He has $0 to his name. He lost all of it in the FTX collapse. So it's not like they can even hose him for more donations. But he also does have rich parents, so he probably isn't, like, actually at 0. His parents are rich. Thanks to Tier 1 Quest, and the resub Alter, and the Prime numeral, and Bit Society. No, I can't say I saw that, vegan. What I'm hearing is someone got stupid and lost their money. No, what you're hearing is this guy ran one of the biggest fucking fraudulent Ponzi scheme scams in the, like, history. Like, up there with Madoff. FTX, all of it. All of it, from top to bottom, is a case of fraud. Not negligence. Not an accident. Not an unavoidable tragedy. Just fraud. Did they get in trouble? No! Somehow he has not gotten in trouble. That's the whole reason I'm talking about it. He is getting a whole press tour of, like, positive press. It's so fucking weird. Literally this generation's Enron. No, it was worse than Enron. Actually worse than Enron. Thanks, Risa, Major, MR, and Hugh. That was wholesome. Thanks for the bits, old school. No, Enron was way worse. What the fuck? It actually wasn't. I can't... fuck. Who was the guy... Okay, how about I just look it up? I don't even know why I'm about to ask chat. We talked about it when it happened, and now I can't remember the guy's name. Okay, here. Link's not opening. Hold on. Is CNBC down right now? Okay. Oh my god. Go away. Alright. So, after all this, I'll just read it. Newly appointed FTX CEO John Ray III minced no words when filing with the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for District of Delaware. In his 40 years of legal and restructuring experience, he had never seen such a complete failure of corporate controls and such complete absence of trustworthy financial information as occurred here. And why that's so important when comparing it to Enron is because Ray formerly served as the CEO of Enron after the implosion of the energy titan, and he promised to work with regulators to investigate FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried. And he is saying that FTX is worse than Enron. Thanks to the 5 gift subs, Barry. Appreciate that, man. And the resub Adventure, Bin Cypher, and the Prime suck. 74 bill was lost in Enron. Oh, I guess if you're going to talk about, like, numbers, yeah, Enron was a bigger collapse. Yeah, that's a fair point. I was talking more like the actual fraud side of things, I guess. But yeah, that's fair. If you're just going to go with, like, how much money was lost in all of it, yeah, Enron was bigger. Who's falling for this shit after the collapse of FTX? That's so pathetic and sad. People will just go into the next one, man. FOMO's a real thing, and people are convinced crypto is the ticket to easy money. But what ends up happening every time is they either get rugged, it either collapses, they get rugged, or they just gradually hemorrhage money over time. Very rarely does anyone that doesn't already start rich make money in the crypto space. Now, maybe like 2 years ago, you probably could have made a very pretty penny as just an average Joe getting into it. Like, you were still early enough. But now, you're just going to constantly hemorrhaging money. Or just outright getting rugged. Do you think crypto is a scam as a whole or could be potential? I've always thought there is a future with it. But right now, it's a guilty until proven innocent basis where anything in the crypto space should be looked at as a scam until they prove they're not. 9 out of 10 projects in the crypto Web3 space are all actual fucking scams. There's the Prime Web and the resubgrued. And things the Prime Godsend. You have to see EDP's new TikTok? Why, man? Thanks, the resub turtle. I already know he's back there. He goes live like 3 times a day. Thanks, the Bits Vegan. I did, yeah. I watched Alan's video on that. Thanks, the resub Jacob and Spicy. And the resub Nova. And Retribution. And Kaipi. There's a public EDP Snapchat filter. Wow, that's huge. What a feature. There's a tier 1. Spang and the resub Tommy. You see Elon's Apple meltdown? Not all of it. I saw him trying to do like an exposed on Apple, like a secret 30% on everything in their store, as if that was somehow fucking news. Everyone knows that. Fortnite made an entire machinima based on that. But past that, I didn't really see it. I saw he misquoted his own tweet, though. Like, he dropped the source and then completely misread it, I guess. So, like, above the quote tweet on his source, he gave a description that was immediately contradicted on his own source. So I only saw those two things. Thanks to Prime Impala. Destroy Human remakes are good, yeah. Both of them are good. Thanks to Resub Sinrith. Any games tonight? Yeah, I'm gonna hop back in World of Warcraft in just a bit. Elon exposing so much shit. What's he exposing? That's a genuine question. I don't know what he's exposing, other than like those goofy t-shirts at the Twitter HQ. Has he exposed anything else? So this seems like a big no. Like, that was just a genuine question. Like, not like a dunk or anything. The only thing I've seen him, like, expose is Twitter HQ had some very cringe t-shirts. Twitter manipulated elections. Can't say I saw that from him. He said that today? Oh, I wasn't really on Twitter today. That would explain it. Facebook was worse? Couldn't say. That Facebook sounds about right. Don't know enough about Twitter, but that definitely sounds like some Facebook shit. Thanks to the Prime, Angelo. You gonna play the second closed beta for Street Fighter? Nah, I'm probably just gonna wait for the game to come out. I'm not like in a big rush or anything. The Neuralink stream is going live, if you're interested. I'll just catch the cliff notes later. Thanks to Prime Hujo. You see the Island Boys broke up? The Island Boys broke up? What? Wait, they're brothers. What do you mean they broke up? Oh, goodness. I don't know where you're seeing that, but the Island Boys fell off so hard. When I look up Island Boys, the first thing that comes up is high school basketball. Oh, jeepers. How did they not have the staying power to stay in the mainstream? Oh, goodness gracious. They're not even on the first page. They're not even on the first page. They're overshadowed by 2 different high school basketball games. Oh my goodness. From Staten Island. Why I never. I think it's a tier 1 Wody. And the resub Shustin. It's all over the first page. Fucking where? What? Not for me. If you go to Island... Oh, I was on news. Here, Island Boys All. They're the second. Yeah, even still. Not in the news. Bros using Bing. Don't you ever put that evil in here. I would never. I didn't realize I was still on the news tab though when searching. Thanks a gift sub Wody. No updates on the Smash drama. I was talking about that all at the beginning of stream. I'm hoping we'll have some information tomorrow at the absolute latest. But I guess we'll see. Okay. Did you see the Florida rapper Wide Neck is arrested again? Oh goodness. What is your favorite game franchise of all time? Final Fantasy. That's my favorite franchise. Cocaine Bear trailer. Fucking fine. This was huge on Twitter. Is it not big on YouTube? Oh, I can't watch this on stream. You can do another Fortnite stream for the new chapter. If they're doing an event for it, I might. I always do the Fortnite events because I gotta save Fortnite. I'm the only one who can. But past that, probably not. I just don't like the game. I'm just not really a fan. Thanks to Prime Diego and the resub Thug, Gary, and Chris. You see that video on Twitter of the guy who got shot by his ops and the bullet went into his head, managed to survive, and live streamed on Instagram. Bro, what? No, I can't say I saw that. Thanks for resub Pichu, Super Metal, and Ronnie. I'm super sorry to hear that. That's awful, Wilson. I'm wishing you and your family the best. It's terrible. Innes just posted a tour of Michael Jordan's mansion? No shot. Innes got into Michael Jordan's mansion? Oh my god. Wait, that is so hype. He's come so far, man. There's nowhere Innes can't tour. He could probably tour the International Space Station. All right, I'll take a quick peek, just a little,
Chicago,
look see.
The Windy City, the second city, and the city of big shoulders. Today, I can think of no bigger shoulders
Thanks for some chicken.
than those of one of Chicago's greatest sons, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Widely considered to be the greatest basketball player of all time, MJ.
And also widely considered to be one of the worst tippers of all time by anyone in the food industry. I've read I like Michael Jordan, I'll preface by saying that, but I have read so many stories about how he just like outright refuses to tip waiters and waitresses for some fucking reason. Apparently he's kind of an asshole.
Is possibly the greatest athlete of all time, and to some, one of the most iconic Americans in US history. Bigger than all of Chicago's great landmarks, Michael Jordan represents the city itself. He has helped shape its cultural significance and been a pinnacle of hope to its people. But Chicago also shaped him.
The Chicago Bulls picked
That's so
Michael
cool.
Jordan.
What the fuck? This actually looks like a level in a video game. Like right before you go into like a haunted mansion or something. What a cool gate.
Chicago Bulls
That's hype.
picked Michael Jordan of the University of North Carolina.
Here is the man. They call him Mr. Jordan in Chicago.
Yeah, let's take a peek at the
For a
facility.
home that played a huge role in its success, and I'm truly humbled beyond words. Before we start, I want to give big thanks to listing agent Catherine Malkin, to the Michael Jordan team,
Thanks, Catherine.
and Mr. Jordan himself for giving us the honor of touring this stunning property. And now, it is my
So he must be selling then, right? I'm pretty sure Innis only does things that are on the market. So he talked to the listing agent, Catherine, and now they've set this up. I wonder where the fuck he would go that would be able to do another giant gate like that. Well, he's got so much money, he could probably do that anywhere. I don't even know what the fuck I was thinking. He has made so much off just his shoe alone.
great privilege to welcome you to 2700 Point Lane in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Let's begin.
He's been trying to sell it for years? Oh, really? I didn't know that. I guess I haven't kept up with the Michael Jordan real estate lore. It comes with its own little river? Yeah, I mean, that's such a specific buyer. There are so many people that love Michael Jordan, especially really wealthy people. I am shocked this hasn't been snatched up already. Like, just having that gate with 23 on it, I feel like they'd lose their fucking minds. Unless he's, like, littered this house with pictures of himself or something that don't come off. Has its own indoor basketball court, like... I'm already surprised that this hasn't sold. This is one of the few mansions that actually looks cool so far. Fucking tennis court, indoor basketball
This
court.
is located in Highland Park, which is a city
Weird
just outside
fountain
of Chicago.
thing.
We have numbers 23 on the gate. Jordan tour with the
Take me in a
entry
bit.
of this property.
I don't need to see everything. I just want to take a
really
quick
like this
glance.
curved glass block wall, bringing a ton of natural light to the space. Marble floors throughout. We have the staircases going
Good
up to the
old-fashioned
second
marble.
floor, and these staircases are connected to each other through the bridge that is right above me.
That looks like a map in Rainbow Six Siege. I can't remember what it's called. Cool layout, though. This actually, I mean, this looks pretty nice.
And now we have these steps taking us to the formal living room area. I really like the volume here. You have your first seating section on this side, leather couches and chairs. Secondary seating section on this side, walls of glass bringing a ton of natural light and facing the relaxing views of the trees and surrounding landscape. We have hardwood floors on this elevated section here. And I want to
Exit
point out
Prime,
these unique
Junie.
wall sconces. These were made from mufflers, which is super cool.
Why?
Overall, great space. I love the
But
volume
why?
here. You have curved lines throughout. Mood
Hey, my lights are made from
Great
mufflers.
space that sets
Cool.
the tone as you walk into this property. Now, I want to take everybody back to the entry. On the left wing, we have a few rooms that we're going to see in a bit. On my left-hand side, we have the staircase going down to the lower level.
Where's
and
the
we have
more,
this door
like,
opening up to the
memorabilia
library. Off of the
stuff?
entry, we have a small seating area.
Damn, that's an old-fashioned phone. Still got like an actual landline in here. You said he's been trying to sell this for 18 years? It does seem kind of dated, I guess, with the built-in tech here. Next they're gonna show us like an 8-track player or something and hype it up.
Yeah, beautiful millwork. I really like these leather wrapped shelves. Right in the center, we have the fireplace, marble clad, hardwood floors throughout. And on this side, we have the wet bar. If you want more of the clean minimalist look, you can actually use these pocket doors to close off this section.
Oh yeah, don't want anyone
Next
to see
the
that.
wet bar, we have
Just
a
an
half
eyesore.
bathroom, all clad with marble, fabricated vanity design. Later, set up modern light fixtures above, wall sconces, and this side faces the motor court. Now,
Man, there is one of these phones in every single room. Is that just if he didn't want to talk to his family, he could just call them up? It's like, hey, I don't feel like walking over there. My house is 55 acres here.
coming back to the library, again, picture windows, and on each side of this section, we have casement windows if you want to bring some ventilation to the space. Now, this is where we have the second office. Comes with a keypad entry, and this one is actually Mr. Jordan's office.
But why? Why keypad your own office? Like, what the fuck is the point? You can just close the door and tell your guests not to go in there. Or, I mean, Jesus, even just lock it normally. Like, what, you think they're gonna come in there with a lockpick?
Incredible space with...
Because of the safe? I guess that's a fair point. But why? I guess that's fair. I guess just an added layer. It is a cool safe.
hardwood floors, custom desk here with unique angles, modern light fixtures above, and on this side we have the built-ins, fridge, open shelving, TV in the center, and we have these picture windows facing the putting green. I can't believe I'm saying this. We're in Mr. Jordan's office right now, and it feels amazing.
Yeah, this is really incredible. He's one of those larger than
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We have the table that are also, speaking of the table and the furniture.
This table does not look very cool though. I don't really like that. Yeah, not really a fan of all like that open square shit, just looking at the floor. Just see everyone's feet every time you look down to take a bite of food. That seems kind of stupid. I don't like that at all. I'm assuming there's a layer of glass here, right? Because otherwise so much shit's just going to fall through this. But I can't really tell. I'm guessing there's a layer of glass. There's gotta be.
All the furniture in this house comes with the sale of this property. The only catch is furniture can never be resold. But other than that, whatever you're seeing in this store, you get with the purchase of this home. So I wanted to mention that. Now, that's it for the dining area. We have this.
I wonder if in the history of
PBS
YouTube
kitchen,
real estate tours,
modern
anyone's bought a
cabinetry,
house based on it.
Floating island right in the center. This is where we have the Gaggenau gas cooktops and the griddle. Above that, you have your commercial vent. And this is actually a three-tone kitchen, meaning we have the darker tones on this side where you have the built-ins and the wine facing this 2008. And this
Nothing too
kitchen
crazy about
is
the
part of
kitchen.
Space. This family room, massive section.
Jesus,
of
another one of these
facing
phones.
The TV, and below the TV, we have a gas fireplace, all stone clad.
Thanks for
Beautiful wood
resub,
paneling on the wall,
and Prime
LED
Skull.
lighting, 20-foot high ceilings. Michael Jordan's home wouldn't be complete without a place to display his many accomplishments. His legacy
That's
of winning
cool.
began at the University of North Carolina, where as a freshman
fucking
he won the
trophy
NCAA
room.
championship in Mississippi, where his accomplishments were once housed. This room certainly carries a lot of weight. They used to have the old Bulls logo from the Chicago Stadium right here. It's just an amazing space.
That is cool. I mean, yeah. When you're the GOAT, might as well have a fucking trophy room for it.
Way to 5 feet deep. We have built-in seating, dark plaster. You have the infinity edge on this side. Beautiful views of your backyard. And here we have a stainless steel teak bridge that takes you back to the patio. Now on this side we have an outdoor dining area.
Indifferent on that.
Extends out. And personally, what I like about the backyard is the fact that it's elevated from the grounds, which gives you a better view of your property. Speaking of the views, around the corner we have an awesome pond, which we're going to cover later in the tour.
So the pond
It's a
actually does
great
come with this
outdoor space
property.
of your back. Great
Nice.
entertainment studio where we have a water feature. This water feature adds up to the tranquility of this room, and I really like that you can access your motor court from here. That way your friends can come over, go straight to your backyard or to your pool pavilion without having to go through the house. Now another detail I want to mention, We have 2 3-car garages on this need. We're done. Minimalist. They're actually built-in cupboards, and they have curtains.
That's pretty
in
nice.
front of them to make your room feel a little bit more.
Yeah, so as far as like celebrity mansions go, this one's not dog shit like most of them.
We have all
It's got
these
some
doors
goofy
opening up in the
quirkiness to it,
backyard that we
but
just toured, and
it seems fine overall.
special room,
Seems pretty cool
hallway,
in most places,
taking
actually.
more guests, you have everything you need. Now, this is a really TV on this side, wet bar here, and on my right-hand side we have the door with a flower.
It just feels kind of old.
It feels like
Full basketball
living
court in the
area,
house,
movie
cool.
theater.
This is. This looks like something out of like a bar from a sci-fi film. That's a pretty cool pool table. And those chairs are kind of going hard. They got some personality on those. This really does feel like a pretty old home. I'm starting to believe that guy that said this shit's been on the market for 18 years.
Billiards table, residential home. I mean, look at the space here. You have every single piece of equipment you could possibly need.
That is a great
I
gym.
can only imagine the celebrities, the athletes that have worked out in this gym.
Is that a butler in the background here? Who's this? Ennis usually only has his camera guy and no one else. This actually must just be like a butler who's like living here. Nice.
The athletes that have worked out in this gym. It's just a great space, complements the lower level. And I know I mentioned that lower level is the most original part of this home. On this side, we have a bar seating here. Down below,
wow.
built-in seating, and it's all.
That's fucking cool. Like, that just looks so cool, actually. Yeah, that's hype. That's actually hype. There's the resub kernel in Jeepers in silver.
Facing the movie theater. I love the trim work around the screen with LED lighting. And above me, we have the famous Jumpman logo. Such an iconic brand. And keep in mind, Mr. Jordan built this house in 1995. And he's such a
Okay, that sounds about right.
He can't just go in public or go to a movie theater. He has to have these amenities within his home. And this is his entertainment level.
It makes sense. He's probably easily the most famous athlete, or probably one of the most famous people of all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Probably.
Wine cellar
Oh.
we have ever seen on our channel.
The fuck is this?
I mean, where do I begin with the details?
Looks like a giant vault.
Entry, we have this center section.
What is up with like
the coolest part of this
super
wine
wealthy
cellar.
people
You
and
can see
wine?
through. Again, now opening, taking us to a
I don't
seating
get
area.
it.
More of these curved lines built in on this, where he used to. Just an incredible space for you to come down.
I mean, it's.
hang
I
out
guess
with
it's
your
kind of cool, but why
glass.
wine?
Facing the front of the property, again, super spacious, stacked size bed, left-hand countertops, skylight above, and a here, and without a doubt, one of the craziest doors I've ever seen in my life.
What do you?
This door looks like shit. This looks like the entrance to the Upside Down. This door actually just looks fucking terrible. I don't really get it. Everything else so far has like had cool design, maybe a bit dated. This is just terrible top to bottom. This is an awful door. No need for so much quirkiness. Just put a normal fucking door on this thing.
What do you mean the Playboy Mansion in Chicago?
The original one that was located in
Playboy Mansion was.
really like the darker tones here with the hardwood floors.
Another pool
Unique
table.
Wallpaper on the wall. Right in the center, we have this Brunswick billiards table that really complements the space. Picture window facing the motor court. It's just a nice intimate screen. Projector on this side.
Another
lighting,
theater room.
High ceilings. We have some open shelving here. Fireplace around the corner. And yeah, this is part of your lounge. Now, your dishwasher, full bathroom.
Jesus
And
Christ.
lastly, we have this pivot door. And tranquil. And around us, we have deer, rabbits, squirrels. You feel so disconnected and secluded here.
Wow,
It's
you get
just a
your own
nice
deers
getaway
and
from the
squirrels
city.
here.
And yes, this pond is part of your backyard.
Nice.
Now it gets better. Right on the other side of the property, where we have the rest of the grounds, putting green is located here. Mr. Jordan's office is on the other side.
A putting green's like a
It's
fun
great
thing to
place
do
you
for
to take
5
some
minutes.
putts. It's a great. It does.
Michael Jordan's wealthy enough where he could actually just have a company come in and make a whole mini golf course once every couple months, just to keeping it fresh. Mix it up. This is fucking boring. Michael Jordan's probably putted on this thing 3 times and then went to play 18 holes. And then every single time after that, he just goes right to the actual clubhouse. Shit's boring. Do like a full mini golf course. Commit to it. It's a cool... Like, this was actually a much cooler mansion than I expected. Usually all of these have the worst designs imaginable. This one just is kind of old. Like, some of the shit in it's kind of dated. But other than that, it was... I actually thought it was nice.
Of the Year award.
I'm pretty surprised. Wrong, he's big into golf. Is Michael Jordan huge into golf? I remember he ended up getting sucked into a hole once and had to play against the Monstars, and that was a fucking disaster. But I didn't know he was like fully into golf these days. Thanks the Prime. Fatal and the resub Bobby and Damp. And the bit Squeak. Thanks for a long time watching, Squeak. Yeah, I'm gonna go take a tinkle real quick and then play some WoW. Matt just texted me saying they're ready, so give me just 2 seconds. I'll be right back and fill up my water as well. Oh. This is a $1,600 mount. Oh. I know what you're talking about. CoffeeZilla time? Oh, with his new Sam Bankman-Fried one that I haven't seen yet. I don't know if I want to watch it tonight. I definitely want to see that interview, though. It is a lot better, Aki. Thanks for resub Matrix. You ever thought about trying to speedrun Dark Souls 1? Dark Souls speedruns I like watching. I don't think I could ever do one myself. Like, it's a lot. You gonna play Destiny when Lightfall drops? Yep. I will. Glass Onion was really good. Pissed Netflix pulled it from theaters early. I'm surprised it ever went to theaters. Netflix paid Ryan Johnson like $300 million to make that. And a sequel to that. And they still put it in theaters. Exhibits Datos. Any bounties on your mind? I just haven't been able to think of anything nearly as hype as the lasso one we did. I still really want to. It's just there's no other crazy challenges like that I think are very, very difficult and also fun to watch. Like, that was just the perfect combination of both. I haven't thought of anything since to that level. Has Liver King made a statement yet? Not like an actual substantial statement, just him saying he wants to go on podcasts. So, nothing that I've seen, at least not as of 4 hours ago. And yep, still nothing. I hope everything's alright, Tappy. You still have your original RuneScape character on RS3? Probably, but I don't remember any of the info about it, so I don't think I'd ever be able to recover it. Plus, I just don't think I'd like RuneScape 3. Is there a video that shows your new setup and your PC setup? No, I'm going to do one soon, though. I was waiting for a couple things. Motherfucker been saying that for months. I know, man. It's just like there's still so much I want to do with it that I haven't done yet. Hey, thanks for the raid, Beaver. Appreciate that. Hope you had a good stream. And thanks to Resub Lion. That was sweet, man. Hear about the Buddhist temple whose entirety of monks failed the drug test and now they're left without monks? No. Rest in peace to that temple. That's so sad. No monks. There's the prime money. Pokemon gonna have an update tomorrow? I did see that. That was shocking. Nintendo actually made a statement on the state of Nintendo on Pokemon. I actually couldn't believe this. I saw this when I went downstairs. They actually addressed how awful the performance is. It's just a normal update, nothing notable like performance fixes. That I don't know, but they acknowledged it, which I thought was crazy. I couldn't believe it. Whether or not they're fixing it, I have no fucking clue. I didn't read that. Thanks to resub Ahmed and Lena. If they optimized it, I'd want to buy it for sure. Well, yeah. Obviously. Thanks to give sub Flexington. Any improvements they make would make people more enticed to play it. Where's the apology for canceling Smash World Tour? Fuck, man. Nintendo will never address that. I'm telling you they won't. Panda will, though. I'm shocked they didn't address it today. I was 100% sure they were going to make a statement today, and they didn't. Their lawyers must have taken away their phone. Yeah, I imagine that they're probably going to like have a fully legal statement come out, which is the like what's the holdup. But yeah. I'm just surprised they acknowledged the Pokemon. Hopping back on WoW for this week. Yep, I'll be hopping on tomorrow. Do some more grinding, then do our little, I guess, game show. It's not really a game show, though. It's more like a couples competition. See who's the best couple and deserves to get married with me as the minister. Thanks to the gift sub cake. I wanted to hit 64 tonight, but Matt and Danny got too tired, I guess. So I'll hit 64 tomorrow. Hopefully 65 even. You gonna watch the final JoJo Stone Ocean batch tonight? Oh, no way. They actually releasing the final part of Stone Ocean tonight? Because I still gotta catch up. I haven't even watched part 2. Episodes 25 to 38 are being released when? I don't see anything about like an actual confirmed release date. It just says December 2022. You're not liking part 6, Dankin? I haven't watched part 2 of part 6, but the first part I thought was good. I liked it. Maybe the second part's bad, I don't know. Thanks a resub, Oribaku. Comes out at 3 a.m. Eastern. Oh, Jesus Christ. Part 5 hard clears. Part 5 was good. I still like the first part of part 6 though. It must have really dropped the ball in the second half if you guys are saying that. I still have to watch it. I'm behind. Did you see the shady developments with Magic the Gathering 30th anniversary? No. Did new information come out? Or are you talking about them paying Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTubers to open the boxes? Because that shit was fucked and I already talked about it. The rarest card in Magic the Gathering's anniversary set has a pull rate of 1 in every 410 packs, meaning that players would need to spend more than $100,000 on average to find it. Statistics provided to IGN by Magic the Gathering drafting website DraftSim show that one retro Black Lotus card, reprint of the most coveted trading card of all time, is present in exactly $102,897 worth of booster packs. Holy shit. You hear that, Io? Isn't that fucking wild? Come here. Come here. I know, it's fucking crazy. What a scam. What a scam. They're so fucking greedy. All over some shiny old cardboard. Shit's nutty. Oh god, right to the tree. Io. Oh, you're not eating it? Okay, that's fine. That is some more very silly shit from Magic. How much are the cards going for, like, singles? Let me see. Let's take a peek. I'm gonna go to TCG Player. The most expensive card from the 30th anniversary is a Chaos Orb retro frame. Wait, that can't be right. It's got to be the Black Lotus because that's the one that's present in 1 out of 410 packs. Thanks a resub, Dubin. You play their ARPG where you needed to spend $500 just to get new classes? Oh, you're talking about that fucking disaster from Magic the Gathering where they had that god-awful broken game that they paid a lot of streamers to play and all of them had bugs and glitches and had to play it off like it wasn't a big deal? That was such a disaster. Thanks a resub, Vince. Thanks a resub, One Piece. I don't even see the Black Lotus on TCG Player. Has no one pulled it yet? Yeah, it looks like wow. Yeah, actually none of these it's not listed. Almost none of the retro frames are listed. except for one Wheel of Fortune retro frame listed at $5 grand. Oh my god, these pull rates must be abominable. Holy fuck. $1,000 for 4 booster packs and the pull rate is still 1 in every 410 packs for something like the Black Lotus. Holy shit. What a scam. What an absolute scam. Thanks to Prime Nathan and the resub Bramea. No, they're not legal cards. They're all basically just proxy. They're just basically fake cards. But shouldn't it be that rare? No, the problem is the price point at $1,000 for 4 packs. It's greedy. It's fucked. Like, that's so stupid. It's not the actual, like, it's not really the pull rate. It's $1,000 and a terrible pull rate. It's a double whammy. Just a terrible combo. Thanks to the Prime Lane. Bro, I'm looking right now and there's none listed. Yeah, almost none of the retro frames are actually listed yet, which means not even the actual companies are pulling these. Though I doubt. Actually, they can't even sell these, right? Local game stores can't even sell these. Wizards said you can't actually buy this in a physical location. It has to come through Wizards. So anyone that's listing with these game stores has either had them traded in by one of their players who bought it, or they bought some to try and pull and sell singles of. Because they can't even actually sell the booster packs. Things are some done. Tyler post is so misleading if you read the patch notes. Yeah, apparently they're not fixing any of the bugs or performances yet, but them apologizing is what I'm saying is crazy from Nintendo. That's definitely a first. That doesn't happen often. Where you going, Io? What? How do you justify spending thousands on Pokemon cards and not knowing jack shit about Pokemon? What? What are you talking about? Holy shit, you are heated. You have caps locked like 15 messages all about this. Oh, look, I see. You're just like a chronic asshole. You are literally just always mad about something. All of your messages except for one that says lol is caps locked. What are you even talking about with Pokemon? Like, I don't even see where your anger's guided here. All I said is it's crazy Nintendo actually apologized. What does that even have to do about Pokemon? The performance fucking sucks. That's not even not knowing Pokemon. That's having eyes. They're bait? I guess it's possible. If so, very committed to it. That has got to be like a really uneventful day. Thanks to resub Janie in the gift sub pack and resub Hail, Sin, and the Prime Drajan. Oh, Jesus. No, you can't do that, Io. You can't do that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Whoa. Thanks, give some pack. And the bits ruin it. No, no weed shop. I haven't played it in a while. Thanks to Resub Coffee and DJ. No, nothing new from Liver King. Not yet. I'm sure he'll give a full statement at some point, though. He's a prime wood. And the resub Boa and Bird. No, I already checked. I literally just checked Liver King. He hasn't said anything. Actually, nothing. I'm sure he will soon, though. Well, all he said is that he wants to go on podcast to explain himself, which is nothing. Actually, nothing. Did you hear David Zaslav strikes again? He's laying off Cartoon Network employees again? I mean, that's not surprising. He's already done that like 6 times. That's like the main thing he does. He just fires people. Which I guess is a power move. The OG Teen Titans are coming back? Where the fuck you hear that? Thanks to the Bits Flexington, Resub Alpha. I don't think that exists. Yeah, I was writing a bit earlier, but Matt and Danny got off, so I'm not going to go past them. Thanks to Resub Cat. Oh, he's just rerunning the show? That's underwhelming. Who cares? Man, there are so many, like, actual whiny babies in here. You're still going? You know I read the chat, right, Satachi? Like, I see all of it. Just constant, incessant whining. What are you talking about? You've been here for like 30 minutes now, just whining, non-stop. I'm guessing the RS is RuneScape, so you're upset that no one's watching the RuneScape streams? You made good content 5 years ago. Yeah, the content 5 years ago was sit down, play a game for 10 minutes, and say titty nipples as much as possible. Like, it's not like I'm gonna argue talking about shit like Smash drama's high effort, because it's definitely not. But 5 years ago was significantly less effort by a wide margin. So I don't even know what you're talking about. You're just trying to parrot a popular opinion you'd see on 4chan. Back when all I would say is titties, nipples, and cum. In every 10-minute commentary I'd make on an obscure game. It was just an internal script that I'd always memorized to say that as much as possible. It was significantly lazier back then. But you can say you don't like the content, that's fine, but you're comparing it to even lazier content. Your content is even lazier than it ever was. But you're, like, objectively wrong, though. How are you going to say that when I'm telling you the content I made 5 or 6 years ago was I would sit down for 10 minutes, play a game, and just say titty, nipples, and cum as quickly and as much as possible? That's so much less effort. Like here, even take for example, like the most basic one, last night, going over the Smash drama, of which I am directly involved because I have an esports org in it. I spent like an hour 30 going over the whole situation top to bottom. That is already like 6 videos worth of content I would have made 5 years ago that you're talking about, these golden glory days. Like, it's not even close. You're just wrong. Like, just actually wrong. Just go back to RuneScape and grind mining or whatever you're working on that's making you so fucking miserable. One guide? I guess. I just don't understand, like, spending so much time whining and just being wrong. You can just not like it and not make a stupid point about it. You could just say it's shit. Like I said, going over that for an hour 40 isn't exactly hard work or crazy, but it is still more than the content you're comparing it to. You see the press release from Warner Bros. That they're saying girls don't watch things other than reality TV. You sure that was Warner, not just David Zaslav going wild again? Are they shutting down CNN? What? Bro, what are you talking about? Oh. The very first thing here, I didn't even bother reading this. I have no fucking clue. What do you think about Police Simulator? Which one? I played a lot of them. Which Police Simulator? You hyped for the Dead Space remake? Yeah, literally everything I've seen from this looks good. Plus, I just really like Dead Space in general, so I'm definitely excited for it. Thanks, Reset Beaver. Am I going to try the new dungeon in Destiny 2 next week? No, I'm not coming back till Lightfall. I need to still finish Witch Queen, though, with Jackson, but that's been moving slow. Moving slow. Whoops. Thanks, Resub Enchilada. And the Resub Daniel. And the Resub Scrunko and the Prime Obelisk. And the Prime Chess. Yeah, I already watched this. Everything from this just looks good. It just looks like a very faithful, very fun remake. No, we still didn't finish Witch Queen. Jackson, I don't remember what, but Jackson got, like, bogged down by stuff, so we just never fucking finished it. I don't know what he does, but yeah, he sometimes just gets, like, super busy and we never fucking finish the things we start. Thanks to the bits, Jambo, Tier 1 tag. Do you think the Game Awards from Software has anything planned? No. I don't. But yeah, of course I'm excited for Dead Space and Callisto Protocol. Thanks, Resub Forbulus. Guarantee Armor Core will be there. Is that like a joke? It's 100% their next game. They themselves leaked it. I just don't believe you. I mean, Armored Core is fine, but I'd just be shocked if they went to Armored Core after everything. Second video in the search. This is just clickbait. I have no doubt.
This is such a great freeze frame that I just accidentally did. Like, there is something plastic about all of it. It doesn't seem like the gruesome, gritty, bloody, gory Callisto Protocol graphics. That looks really plastic. This is such a great freeze frame.
Well, that was a lot less than I expected that to be. I'm assuming that's a joke. Exit 5 gift subs, Tigress. Yeah, I'm Moist Meter Callisto Protocol. I know you're not a Witcher fan, but did you see the improvements in the update? Nah, unless they totally revamped that entire combat, I'm not really interested. Is it a Witcher 3 update?
Novgard's crossed the Pontar in the east. Means war's coming. War changes everything.
By order of the hierarch, whosoever conceals a mage in their home shall burn alongside him or her.
So is this just a graphical update?
On one bank, Redania on the other, drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
We are at war, and she's in danger. You will find her and bring her to me. She's a child of the Elder Blood. I've got to find Ciri.
But this doesn't really look like a huge departure from the original Witcher 3 here.
Why are you helping her? Because she's a danger, a mortal one.
It is pretty interesting that they're still updating the game so deep into its life. They changed combat and added more quests. I'll wait till they show the combat I get. Oh, then maybe they did on this one.
Where we'll be talking about some Witcher 3 next-gen update stuff. With me, I have amazing guests.
Combat?
I have my partner in crime, Alicia Kozera. Hey guys. I have a acting narrative director, Philip Weber.
Hello.
And
Cast, you now hold it, and then all the face buttons or L2 become your signs. So A is Art, L2 is Igni. So essentially you can just jump around doing your different signs however you want without having to...
This looks exactly how I remember it in my head.
So it's a bit more of an advanced feature because now you have to use 2 buttons instead of 1. Essentially,
Thanks, Resub,
so
Evie.
it is, of course, as with the
It's the
camera
same,
choice,
just with quick
you can
cast.
activate, and of course, there's also a tutorial.
That's not it. That's not a lot.
But personally, as someone who plays the game a lot, especially if you have a sign build, I would never want to go back again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So we're making Stein builds pretty much a default, kind of?
Yeah, I think I'll probably still pass. Maybe The Witcher 4 will bring me in. Ludwig got a DMCA for watching the Mario trailer. Oh yeah, you can't do that on YouTube. Nintendo's got that shit so locked in that system. Ludwig probably also just got sued off of a fully autonomous system. Sent a cease and desist to his whole channel for it. What's wrong with the combat in Witcher 3? I just couldn't stand it, man. It was so slow. It was just so tedious doing like anything combat oriented in the game. I really liked the world and the story. Like, I didn't get that far because I just couldn't stomach the boring combat. That's like the cardinal sin in games I just can't forgive. Like Gotham Knights I dropped because the combat was so fucking awful. And that's the same with Witcher 3. You suck at The Witcher? You can't even be bad at The Witcher. There's so much hand-holding. Like, I actually don't even think it's possible to be bad at Witcher. But you'll play horror games? Yeah, but I know those are bad. I don't defend them. I play horror games because they're bad. And there is no combat. It's just walking. It's a literal walking simulator. What was that other game that had awful combat that you were excited for? Scorn. That is the worst gunplay of any modern game to come out in the last 10 years. Scorn is a miserable, miserable game to play, but a beautiful atmosphere. Thanks, Resub clapped. You gonna scope Midnight Suns? Yeah, when does that come out? Doesn't that come out next week? Because I'll probably try it. It comes out tomorrow. Oh, unlucky. Let's see what the reviews are saying. Let's see IGN give us 7.
One of my favorite things about watching superheroes duke it out is when somebody gets smacked so hard they fly backwards and crash through solid walls. It's an awesome demonstration of just how strong these godlike characters are supposed to be, and it's always a disappointment when a superhero game doesn't quite capture that. With Marvel's Midnight Suns, however, Firaxis
it's like
has built
XCOM.
a deep and innovative turn-based tactical combat system around the joy of having Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Blade, and more knock enemies around like toys they're trying to break. That hasn't gotten old across the roughly 75 hours of its surprisingly expansive RPG campaign.
Jesus
a lot of
Christ.
that time is spent.
That's not a selling point for me. When I hear a game 75 hours, I immediately assume most of it's just boring padding, just repeated quests forever. I hate that shit, unless it's an MMO. Game like this, I already know most of that's going to be spent just doing the same boring nonsense over and over and over and over and over again.
Outside of battles, though, and while it's certainly appealing to get up close and personal with this cast of more than a dozen Marvel characters, it does tend to get a little overboard when it comes to convincing Earth's mightiest heroes to all be your BFF.
Now there's a real rah-rah spirit I can get behind.
Thanks for bits, Jambo. What game do you have the most hours on? Ever? RuneScape, and it's not even close.
The full-on supernatural theme of Midnight Suns immediately sets it apart from the other Marvel games we've gotten in recent years. The story centers on an apocalyptic threat from the corrupt witch Lilith, which isn't terribly novel in itself, but the family relationships around it make it more interesting. Lilith is the mother of our character, a Commander Shepard-style blank slate known as the Hunter, and her sister is Caretaker, a powerful witch who serves as the Midnight Suns' Professor X-like mentor.
I know Lilith's back.
Show me some of
Now, it
that
doesn't instantly
gameplay.
reduce your capabilities by a third. Sure, you lose access to that hero's cards, but those who are left standing can still use all of that turn's moves.
I like
That
XCOM.
keeps you out of the typical spiral of
I think the
failure that
tactics
can easily
games are
happen
fun.
in XCOM and other squad-based games, but it certainly doesn't mean Midnight Suns is easy. Superheroes don't take cover in a fight, and they don't miss their shots. So instead of entrenched shootouts, these missions are exciting slugfests. Staying alive is about quickly taking enemies out, or at least weakening them before they get a chance to move, and directing their attacks away from your weakest hero with taunts.
Thanks
The
for the
cycle of
resub,
combat
Scoots.
begins with picking off weak fodder enemies to build up points, which can then be spent on powerful heroic cards or satisfying environmental attacks. It's fantastic when it all comes together to clear out one of
This
these
doesn't seem
small
bad or
urban
anything.
maps before the inevitable wave of enemy reinforcements charges in from off-screen to keep the action going. Firaxis' animators have done an excellent job of making these turn-based fights feel energetic too. I love how every hero has a distinct flavor to the way they move and attack, and the powerful team-up attacks put on a good show.
Not bad, just the same as every other game. I don't play a ton of tactics games, it's mainly just XCOM, so... The only thing I have to
Missions
compare it
tend
to
put good
mainly is
spins on
XCOM.
objectives beyond simply defeating all the enemies, such
What do
as
they give it?
you chat up your teammates, your characters, and a different vibe when everyone is fawning over you.
Aw, really?
But again, there is gameplay value in participating in all these activities. Leveling up friendships unlocks powerful passive abilities for each character when in combat, so it is worthwhile. Speaking of
So
payoffs,
friendship
though,
XP,
it's
that type.
odd that in a game where we spend so much time buttering up a bunch of attractive people by showering them with compliments and thoughtful gifts, all of these friendships are ultimately completely platonic. I believe this canonically makes Hunter the only person in the Marvel Universe Tony Stark hasn't tried to bang.
Wait, you seriously don't know who I am?
A more appropriate superhero name might have been Captain Friendzone.
But before you use the F word, there are some very important ground rules.
They'll probably give it like an 8.
With Marvel's
Seems
Midnight
like an
Suns, Firaxis has put itself into the league of RPG developers like BioWare, Obsidian, Bethesda, and Larian. Its innovative combat takes a bit to get going, but once it does, it makes excellent use of card game mechanics to keep its turn-based battles feeling fresh, evolving, and unpredictable over the course of an epic-length campaign. The supernatural apocalypse story is given emotional weight by the family relationship between the hero and the villain at the heart of it. Building intense friendships with famed Marvel superheroes does tend
Seems
to feel
slower
forced
than The
and a
Witcher.
little
Well, it's a
weird,
totally different
but
kind of
learning
game.
all
This is
their
a tactics
backstories and
game. Of
conflicts
course it's
can
slow.
be
It's fucking
intriguing, and the
turn-based.
fact that nearly everything you do outside of combat makes you more powerful in the next fight makes it all time well spent.
I'm gonna give it a try. I like tactics games. I'll give it a whirl. 75 hours though. I'd have to really like it to actually bust through all 75 hours of that. Why do you like old school RuneScape so much? I don't know. I don't think there's anyone in the world that can explain why they like RuneScape. It's a game that just preys on like the darkest parts of your brain. I've just been overcome with the desire to max the account, and now I'm just one skill away. Well, 1.5 because I still have 100k left in mining. What's the other skill? Slayer. I saved the one I actually like for last. Then what? Then I'll probably just go for green logs on every boss, which will take 20 years. Just a long-term commitment. But I'll green log all the bosses. Walking hypocrite alert, plays RuneScape, tries talking shit about RuneScape. You are having like a biblical meltdown all night, my man. Here, I will free you from this. You are like fuming behind the keyboard. I play RuneScape. It's my most played game ever. I can't, like, what? It's not like the best game ever. The majority of the skills are completely worthless, but maxing them feels good. And then grinding bosses will be a fun, casual kickback thing. Tombs of a Mascot is fun. Just go 3-tick granted or something. Like, I don't know what to tell you, Satachi. But I've done you the favor. You no longer have to sit in here and argue for the hours on hours. Like, holy shit. You need some fucking help, man. Watching you try to get that pet was awesome. That was fucking heartbreaking is what it was. Hey, Maki. Thanks for 10 gift subs. Hope you had a good day. It's always just the saddest fucking take. You can't... If you criticize a game you like, you're a hypocrite. Can't point out problems with a game. Can't say a game you like isn't perfect. Actual child brain. These are resub obs. What games would you say have S tier combat? Anything from Software. They've mastered action combat. Literally any from Software. I would have also said Platinum Games like 6 years ago, but now they've made Babylon's Fall and like 20 other stinkers, but Metal Gear Rising, Bayonetta, they used to have that to shit down. Bayonetta 3's great, but they don't make just hits anymore. Now they make stinkers and then a couple of hits. He's a gift sub soul. Beat God of War yet? Of course. They made 2 stinkers. I am so sorry to have to rub your nose in this. Platinum Games has a ton of stinkers under their belt now, unfortunately. And Babylon's Fall is the worst game of the year, and it's not even close. They've just taken so many projects that they shouldn't have that are just not good. So, Babylon's Fall, potentially one of the worst games Square Enix has ever had under its belt. I don't know Soul Cresta. That one I'm not familiar enough with. But then you have Legend of Korra, which was a super duper stinker for its time as well. I don't remember Star Fox Zero that well. I'm pretty sure I played it because I had the Wii U and a new Star Fox game excited me at the time. But I don't remember it well enough. I didn't like Wonderful 101 at all. I still haven't played Astral Chain, but I know people like it. But they have stinkers under their belt now. When for a while that just wasn't the case. Oh, and Transformers Devastation. I remember not liking that. No way they made Mad World on the Wii. Oh, Mad World was so fucking cool. But I think it's important people remember Platinum Games before they were Platinum Games was Clover. And Clover made Okami. They made God Hand, which I know everyone loves. I still haven't played God Hand. But they only made the hits. But now they're making some shits too, unfortunately. And before they were Clover, they were Team Little Devils. They made Devil May Cry. I think you're getting some wires crossed. I don't think they were Team Little Devils. Are they the ones who are making that Xbox exclusive that got canceled? Scalebound. Yes, sir. That was them. Thanks, the resub, Slindy. You gonna play Darktide? Yeah, I'll play Darktide probably like next week. I know it fully came out today, right? But I'll probably try it next week. I still want to finish Dark Pictures with Jackson this weekend. Thanks to the Prime. Mwaj. Thanks to Prime Fuzzy. And the Bits Brain. You gonna play High on Life? Yeah, I have no expectations for it though. I am so tired of that writing style. I really am. I liked Justin Roiland and I liked Rick and Morty for a while. I haven't seen the newest season or the season before that. But I did like the show. But I'm just pretty tired of this writing style, to be honest.
Oh, wonderful. You're home. Look at the dinner's cold I prepared for us.
Thanks to 5 gift subs, Bozo. Appreciate it.
Doing
The resub, Undeer, and Saucer.
Like just regular old plain smuffleguffins. You knew this. I don't think I could stay married to somebody who just blatantly does smuffleguffins. Well, I don't know. So what? We just jump into the deep end and start hunting down G3 officers, or what?
It's just not something that I'm super into. Maybe the game will be fun. I'll be surprised, but I'm not going in there with crazy expectations. How'd you get 99 on farming? This shit is killing me. That's like the most relaxed 99 you'll ever get in RuneScape. Just do tree runs. It's like Seth MacFarlane doing the same voice whenever he does a character outside Family Guy. I guess kind of. How come people are boycotting Hogwarts? Because of J.K. Rowling. It also just doesn't seem like a super fun game, so that's probably an easy boycott as well. Everything I fucking seen from this game looks so not fun. Like, the idea is cool, but every single thing they show from gameplay is like a school simulator.
Reach common room.
Just going class to class, doing fucking nothing.
Direction, you know, it's green over there, so the greenhouse.
Cool environment, I guess. Hogwarts is a cool setting, but why the fuck would I want to play a game that's just a social school simulator?
I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumor is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to
What
a
the
locked
fuck was that guy
cabinet.
doing in the background?
Would I do that?
Is he drinking? What the fuck is that? It's not even a glass. That man's just holding a... Is it a rock? He's just holding a rock to his face and sniffing it. But yeah, everything they've shown just doesn't really look interesting. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Cornbread. Oh yeah, I didn't even show the spellcasting. The spellcasting's at the end.
The world beyond. Right.
It seems very basic.
I'll give a different answer, and I will.
Well, maybe a
Stone so they're really ready. Stone so
Jesus.
The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
And you can use that even in your combos and stuff. So if you're focused on a character, you know, and you're doing your thing, and someone else attacks you, you can actually turn that attack into a direct attack on the
Like old PC games.
Back into
Kind of.
gameplay here. Andrew's gonna pretty handily finish these other students off here. Win this duel.
How fast it is. It's like a dance.
Yeah, we really felt like in the movies, there's almost like a
No manual combat, lame. It really seems like it's a game meant for like hardcore Harry Potter fans to go in there and feel like a Hogwarts student, and nothing beyond that. We'll see. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a shake, but I don't have expectations that are very high of it. Not interesting. Did you miss the special edition book with the floating wand? Alright, I actually thought that was super hype, but everyone hated it for some reason. This got so much shit, but I thought it was cool. I don't know what they hated so much about it.
Hey, you can ride that edition.
Hold on, show the wand.
First thing magic sort of book since now.
Alright, I think that's cool.
Such a cool piece, and I think I need to get one for myself. I may be taking this one home.
1 inch off the page, wow. I mean, that's still cool, though.
This is just awesome. I need this on my bookshelf.
It's just part of the collector's edition.
Collector's edition. It is true.
So you get your little steel book, you get your little wand. I don't know, I like that. It's better than what like most collector's editions do with like a single figurine. Thanks the resub Kiss in Paradise. Was hoping bully with wands. Yeah, if it was more bully-like, that game would be fucking hype. How is that better, bro? What do you mean? It's like an actual piece. Like, that is just like an actual, like, interesting piece as opposed to just a figurine of Harry hugging Hermione or something. Like, this is better than just getting a single statue. I think that just looks better. Like here, for example. Here. I actually have an old collector's edition thing. Yeah. So the Master Chief helmet, the collector's edition. Like, yeah, I guess I could put it on, but it's super basic. Like this is still better than most. I'd still put this more towards the top of most collector's editions, but like I'd still think that's cooler than this. Like that's something that you put there and it's just kind of interesting. This is just a very silly, cheap plastic helmet. That's a legendary example. Yeah, I mean it's a classic. I like it, but I'm still saying I think that's more interesting. That's a cheap plastic book and a cheap plastic wand. Yeah, but it floats an inch off the book and spins around. I'd feel more comfortable putting that out somewhere than a tiny plastic Master Chief helmet. But maybe I'm a little biased because of the terrible state Halo's been in for the last couple of years. Forge is sick right now. Yeah, some of the Forge creations I've seen are pretty cool. Whether or not it's enough to revive the game, I guess we'll see. It hasn't been enough to get me to go in to play them. I'll just watch them for now. How much was the helmet? However much the Legendary Edition was, I don't know. I don't remember. There's the Prime Flame. Battlefield 2042 seems to be trying to make a comeback. I've seen it. Thanks, Resabod Saint. I have noticed. Check out Black Ops 2 Collector Edition. What did that have? Jesus Christ, this has 10 million views. This must have been a fucking wild Collector's Edition. I see, it's ASMR. They give you a fucking drone. Alright, that's super cool. That's pretty cool. That is a very good collector's edition. This drone seems to be shit though. Or this guy's a terrible pilot. Okay, this drone looks like absolute fucking garbage. Okay, this drone literally just is fucking terrible. Oh, but they give you an RC car to make up for it. I see why this is 10 million views. Interesting. God rest in peace, Machinima.
Is part of the remote control drone just as nice very much.
Okay, so they don't fly it here. Sign in to confirm your age. What the fuck? How hard does this go? I just want to see anyone else fly the drone. Oh, this is the same channel. Damn it. How many times has he unboxed Black Ops 2? Why? Why does he keep unboxing Black Ops 2 over and over and over again? This one's a little... Nope, it's still shit. It's a slight improvement. Is this the same video just earlier? Oh, you're absolutely right. He just re-uploads this video once a year. Wait, that's so huge. Wait, what the fuck? He actually re-uploads it like once a year. Here's the 3 years ago 10 million views. This is 2 weeks ago. But this time he included the Black Ops bundle. Is it the same footage from the care package again? Footage from 5 years ago, okay. Why does he just keep doing this? And every comment says the same thing. Black Ops 2 fans here? Oh, clicked the same video by accident. Black Ops 2 fans here? Oh, this is the hardened edition. Where's the other prestige ones? He had 2 more, right? Oh, here's another hardened edition one, so 2 of those. Oh, here it is. 5 years ago. He didn't leave that comment that time. He must really fucking love that care package from the prestige edition. Holy shit. Thanks, Risa Bombastic. I wonder, does he do that for other things? These are all modern. Diablo Immortal Special Edition unboxing. I wonder if he's already done one. No. There's the Black Ops 2 yet again. How many repeats does he have? Last of Us unboxing. That one's probably not repeated. Yeah, it might just be Black Ops 2 that he does 1,000,000 fucking times. That's so weird. Why that one in particular, I wonder? His whole channel's repeated? It doesn't look like it. Like, these seem about right for the time that he's doing them and the time they would have released. Because it was his most popular? I guess that would probably be why. The views on these are crazy. Oh, it just reminded me. Oh my god, what was it? Unboxing Theory. Or Unboxing Therapy. Does anyone remember this channel? This channel used to be absolutely huge. And I read something about how they're most likely view botting. So I clicked on one of their videos and I was like, I mean, I doubt it. I mean, it's a huge channel. They used to always average millions of views. But someone was making the claim that they view bot because if you check the views to comments, they have like 50 comments. So I don't remember which one I clicked, but they were right. Let's see this one. 262 comments on a video with 1.3 million views is pretty suspicious.
Today we've got...
This one's 132 comments on a video with 909k views.
These are...
This one might be legitimate. Not still on the low end, but much more reasonable.
You guys know that I've been...
Today we have...
Yeah, it's there's definitely something fishy going on there. Don't know if it's necessarily view botting or anything, but that is a little odd. We can't see. Oh, sorry, I forgot. But yeah, likes and comments are so fucking low for their view count. But I feel like if you had the money Unbox Therapy has, you'd also pay for bots to like and comment shit. I feel like you wouldn't just pay for the view bots. If that truly is what's going on here. Which, of course, there's no real concrete evidence. Only it's very fishy that the views are like 1,000,000 plus and the comments are like 100 to 280 with 2k likes. Maybe embedded video views? Ooh, interesting theory. How popular is their website these days? Because I never hear about Unbox Therapy anymore. I thought they had a web... Where's their website? Didn't they used to have one? Huh, maybe not. Huh. Yeah, embedded video views is an interesting theory, perhaps. Normie viewers not logged in. I just find that highly unlikely, though, for a channel of this size. That just wouldn't make any sense. That's still wild. 2k likes, 281 comments on this 1,000,000 view video. And that's a trend that continues across the whole channel. This has almost 1,000,000 views, but only 132 comments and 1.6k likes. Like, that's so peculiar. Thanks to resub Rye, Longsword, Ricola, Irreplaced, and the Prime Inter. Nobody subs to unboxing, it just appears in the recommended. But they have 18.2 million subs. This channel was absolutely massive for a very, very long time. Check one of their most popular and see if there's differences there. I don't even need to. I can already tell you there was. Because I used to watch them. I'm quite familiar with the channel. You can go to like any of their older videos and see much higher engagement. 352k likes, 46k comments.
Today
29k, 352. Like, here, let's go to an older one that has like 1 million views, I guess, to make a more accurate comparison. Maybe they delete comments? Possible, I guess. There's tons of things that could explain it that aren't view bots. I'm just saying it is pretty odd. Man, this is taking a while to get to 1 million views down here. Can't delete likes, though. Oh, good point. Good counterpoint. I'm looking for 1.3 million views from an older video to compare to a more modern one. I can't even go far enough. Okay, we'll do 1.6 from 6 years ago.
You want to get nut?
32k likes, 2k comments. Very different from the modern engagement.
Luke.
36k likes, 2200 comments.
We've got
38k, 6k comments. Like, yeah, it's very different. I think I have an answer for the Black Ops 2 guy. He used to be a massive zombie YouTuber, so he must be passionate about it. I guess. I don't know. Still weird to repost the same Black Ops Prestige unboxing thing. In the end, does this really matter? Man, what the fuck? Of course not. It's just something interesting. Why does everything need to be like some big grand message that's a life-changing thing? Why can't something just be interesting for the sake of being interesting? It's literally sorted by popularity. Oh yeah, no, that was just sorted by popularity. This is the modern stuff. The reason I did that was just to sort things by like older videos and find something with comparable views to see the engagement. And it was very, very different.
I've been wearing
this one performed pretty well for him. And this has like the normal engagement that he used to have. That one performed well. With not
Apparently
weird engagement. This one, a little odd, but not too crazy. It's more so like the ones from the last month, it seems. $3K likes, 400 comments on 1 million views. This one to me is the wildest one that stands out the most. Not even 2K likes and not even 150 comments. Like, that is odd. But again, no telling if it's actually view bots or anything like that. Just a little conspiracy I saw that I thought was interesting enough to share a bit of. Thanks to Resub Axel. Look at the Japanese player breaks Kingdom Hearts 2. Is this a new speedrun thing? Japanese player breaks Kingdom Hearts 2. He took Kingdom Hearts 2 to another level. Is this about speedrunning? Thanks to give sub terror and the resub god. No. I don't know what the Google AdSense thing is, but I guess maybe. Okay, hold on. I really need to fill up my water real quick. Give me just 2 seconds. Thanks a Prime Ryan. Oh, I'm back. Thanks a Prime Blue Bob. And there's some corn. Let me give some kid. Okay. I'm assuming this is a speedrunning thing that he found. Lingering... seems like it.
We have found perhaps the best Kingdom Hearts 2 player. Introducing Yachi Nanase. They are another Japanese Kingdom Hearts player who takes some of the simplest fights from pretty cool to absolutely insane. You seriously need to
I've actually seen this community before. I've seen a lot of these clips on Twitter. There's a community of Kingdom Hearts players that make like the flashiest bits of combat. And it's just like this big flex to show that they've like absolutely mastered playing the game. I thought this was going to be speedrun focused. It is a cool community and the clips do go pretty hard. But yeah, it's not speedrun focused or anything like that. Those are cool, like with DMC. Yeah, kind of like DMC. Is it Prime Percy? For real though, 1 million extra quest XP got added to RuneScape today. I know. Shaved about 3 hours off my mining grind because I got 152k or something. I don't remember. It was very helpful. Is there resub sand? Not to mention the 300k agility. Yeah, but I already have maxed agility, so that one didn't matter to me. That would have literally saved me like 8 hours of grinding had this update come out 2 months ago. Such a fucking shame. That would have been so unbelievably helpful. Search 10 collector's editions that were total disasters for games. I've seen a very interesting video about how the Simpsons collector's set is like one of the worst ever. Oh, I did top 10 collector's editions. Darksiders 3 Collector's Edition is nuts. Like in a good way or bad way? Let me see. In a good way. Alright, let me see. What do you get from this?
Here, oh, cool. That is where the game is.
No Steelbook, L.
But you're gonna be playing that.
Steelbooks are so cool.
There's a whole bunch. Okay, this is like
Blew it.
Darksiders 3. I really love art books because you can feel a little bit more alone.
Oh, it's the Apocalypse Edition?
So this is perhaps
Holy
the biggest
shit.
box I have ever received as a YouTuber. It is...
Do the second one? Okay.
Oh my god, people can't
Holy
see us
shit.
anymore, but
amazing. The end.
it's really amazing.
That is a huge box.
An unboxing video. Yeah, it's really nice, really detailed. And
That's cool.
Next here we have the. It's really huge. So here we have the.
How much was this? Like
very huge, and
$600 for this
maybe it's,
edition?
Very nice.
Maybe it's the art book. Like steelbook games.
The steelbook, let's go.
Always collect
That's a
the
nice
steelbooks.
steelbook too. It's such a shame Darksiders 3 was so fucking not good. I was very generous with it because Darksiders means so much to me as a franchise, so I overlooked so many of its flaws, but I could never see myself going back to that game.
Because they look much better. What do we have here?
soundtrack.
It was $400.
Official
Nice.
soundtrack of Darksiders.
Or doing the housework. What do we have? I don't want to show too much because I don't want to spoiler.
Thanks, Resub Seabird.
Or can we'll just I'm
Holy
most excited
shit.
About this figure here.
You get all the 4 horsemen?
And death.
Oh wait, no, it's not even the full 4 horsemen.
Drive is still missing, but I really hope that we will see him.
Volgrim's great though.
Maybe.
Okay. I think it's he wanted like detail. A lot of weather for it. All the other
That's cool. You get the whole cast.
really think that
Minus
it is
Strife.
worth it to get this edition because these 4 figures are amazing. Which normal collector's edition, which includes.
That's cool. Strive wasn't revealed until the end of 3, so no spoilers and figurines. No, it makes sense that he wouldn't be there. I'm just saying it's a shame. Because his game was the top-down shooter, right? Which I didn't even play. It's the only Darksiders game I didn't play. I had legitimately no interest in it. Oh, thank you for the 20 gift subs again, kid. Thank you for the generosity, man. Thank you for that, kid. Let's see what 10.
Pretty cheap looking, to be really honest with you.
Fallout 76 is absolutely going to be here.
Edition with certain expectations might find this to be a pretty scummy move on Bethesda's part.
So it is.
You don't say.
Thin. Like you can almost see through it. You see that when you hold it to the light? I was hoping to be a little bit thicker.
Andiamo ad esaminare il nostro controller più in particolare. Caso o si ritira la
What the fuck is that? Lollipop Chainsaw, or is this this is a Resident Evil 4 Collector's Edition thing?
Naturalmente tutte queste operazioni sono accompagnate anche da una vibrazione.
So,
okay, let me just blast through
really
these.
Disappointing collector's editions. And this got me thinking about all the terrible special editions that have come out before. Some of them were borderline scams and other.
Was the Dying Light one a scam? Why does it say price 250k? What the fuck is this? Thanks for the resub, Young. Images you can hear. Bro, BitConnect just goes so hard. That is actually timeless. Custom built zombie shelter. So this was a real thing they tried to sell, or like a joke?
Others just fell completely short of what they promised to deliver. In this video, I'll be going over 10 of the most overpriced, overhyped, and underwhelming collector's editions of games throughout the years. And we might as well start.
The only one that I can think of off the top of my head is Fallout 76. I can't think of any others that I remember being a fucking disaster like Fallout 76. Because that was basically a scam.
With Fallout 76, as it is one of the most poorly handled rollouts of a collector's edition in a long time. First announced at E3 2018, Fallout 76 looked
This
like
had its own whole series of drama.
Beloved Fallout series. Capitalizing on this, Bethesda decided to cash in the form of announcing a pricey special edition. Fallout 76 Power Armor Edition was priced at $199 US and
God,
was released
yeah.
the same
This is
day
nostalgic.
as the normal game on November 14th, 2018. The hype train for Fallout 76 quickly came crashing down as fans realized that the game was a buggy, incomplete, half-assed multiplayer design.
And it was fucking trash. I tried playing that on stream. It was terrible. Apparently they fixed it over the years. Don't care. Still terrible launch. Terrible collector's edition as well.
What fans were promised. Clearly Bethesda had their priorities in order by trying to suck up to online influencers rather than please their core fans. As compensation for all of this, Bethesda offered $5 of in-game to purchase the bundle. Unsurprisingly, fans were still outraged as $5 of in-game currency for a game they didn't even like was not enough. Finally, on December 3rd, 2018, Bethesda would announce a sensible solution for their angry customers. Their PR
God, the canvas bag controversy.
The following.
Attention Fallout fans, your canvas bags, they were pretty shitty. They're gonna need our help. In order to send real bags, all we're going to need
Reporting live from his
is
grandmother's
information,
guest room.
your phone number, home address, and full name. But you've got to be quick. Our Chinese factory is running low on linen.
As if Bethesda couldn't give any fewer fucks, somehow their support team managed to
Huge.
leak the addresses and personal information of the customers who are set to receive their new Canvas badge.
Oh my God,
And
that was
I'd
so
like to
good.
imagine Todd Howard personally ordered this to be done on purpose to teach Fallout fans a lesson for all their whining. It probably went
I haven't
down
thought about
like
this in years.
Oh, you guys thought I was done, huh? You think this is a fucking game? You think you can complain about my fucking game and get away with it? I mean, I'm selling a game, but if you want to play hardball, we'll play hardball. Addresses, names, phone numbers, support team. You know what to do. Yeah, that ought to teach them. Thanks, Todd. Okay, moving.
No, the canvas.
Then
So the canvas bags weren't advertised properly at all. What you actually got was dog shit. So if I remember correctly, and he briefly mentioned it, the influencers that got collector's editions for like a sponsored video got like the actual high quality stuff, whereas the normal customers, they got garbage, like legitimate garbage. Oh, hey, look, it's relaxing end again. Thank you for the 10 gift subs, Layla. Appreciate that. Thank you for the generosity. Where's that canvas bag at? Oh, actually, he probably got... This channel was probably big back then, too. He probably got, like, the real canvas bag. He didn't even show it. What? I just want to see the original one.
Or at least they used to be in the 80s, where you put 25 pence in and twist the thing. You
Is that the only surviving image?
Inside you might get a rain hat, quote unquote, ag custom. It's a thing, the in-game version in the market.
Damn, unlucky. I thought I remembered seeing a lot more Reddit posts float around showcasing how awful that bag was. That was shit. Oh, I mean, it was terrible, yeah.
Island is a series that was originally developed by a company. This edition included a weapon pack $160 US.
$160 for this? That's huge. So you get a steelbook and a pair of tits. Why is this on the list of disasters? Was it not actually like a C cup breast that showed up on the action figure here?
This edition included a weapon pack DLC, collector's artwork, and of course, the item all gamers want, a grotesque and mutilated statue of a woman's bloodied torso. Almost immediately
Yes, sir!
after
Look at
the
that.
developers caught a wave of backlash with media personalities and consumers who called it gross and tasteless.
Is this their actual, like, advertisement? The guy comes and honks
Wave
it?
of backlash with media personalities.
This is how they actually, like, showcase it? Hey, here's our $160 collector's edition. Honk honk. Gotta appreciate the honesty from the team here, though, to be honest. It's not even that bad. This is, like, the most embarrassing thing you could ever have in your room. I think this is more embarrassing than if you just had hentai figurines. This is so stupid. This is super silly. Thanks to the resub, boom.
And consumed,
What else we got?
And it still backfired. Released on November 11th, 2008, Call of Duty World at War Collector's Edition came with codes for double experience, a metal tin, and
Cool.
a steel canteen, all for the relatively low price of $80. The canteen was a great idea. It's fitting with the World War II era.
It's also
and
really
finally,
underwhelming,
gamers
though.
could discreetly drink their alcoholic beverage of choice while gaming. Truly a dream come true. Wait, what's that? The canteen doesn't open?
That's so
Well,
hype.
At least you can display it on your shelf. No? It doesn't even stand up? Okay, so it's basically a useless chunk of metal that has Call of Duty written.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
That sucks. Thanks, Treyarch. You know what does
You could use it like a
exclusive collector's edition goodie
projectile
box
weapon,
from
maybe.
Capcom. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard really lived up to its name with the collector's edition released on January.
What do we
Stick
got?
is just a cheap dollar store USB with a plastic finger on it. And most gamers probably have more USB drives around their desk than they know what to do with. The
So you get a
tin and
finger.
VHS box, I mean, okay, I guess. The photo looks kind of cool, but the mansion surely steals the show for this edition, right? Well, sort of. You see, the mansion
What?
would have been a great showpiece if not for the many problems it had with manufacturing in both the UK and US.
Well, it's also just this is something you get at Michael's. You get this at an arts and crafts store every Halloween. They absolutely just grabbed the manufacturer who makes those little like Spooktown Village things at Michael's, and they're like, "Hey, can you just make us one? Like, we need it for our collector's edition."
Mansions were defective or didn't work properly, and some people even
How do you even
claimed
fuck that
the
up?
mansion had a horrendous chemical smell lingering from it. I guess Capcom wanted to deliver the most authentic Biohazard experience possible. These issued as
Sounds
an
like Capcom.
advertisement that have also been disappointed in the single chapter included in Perfect Dark Zero's collector's edition, because in their $200 Batmobile edition of Arkham Knight, they included 3 books: an art book, a comic book, and a steel book. Take that, Rare. Oh, and also a Batmobile that was so poorly made that they had to refund all sales. And the bundle was ultimately canceled.
I feel so bad for that game. Arkham Knight is actually my favorite in the Arkham series. I think the problems are all around the Batmobile. There's too many sections of the Batmobile, and it had such a bad launch. I didn't know about the collector's edition thing, but that game launched, and I remember on Steam you couldn't load the game for like a fucking month. So they had to start like refunding people. I'm exaggerating with a month, but the game didn't work. Like the game released and it didn't actually work. And it's such a fucking shame because that game is amazing. That game is absolutely amazing. If they just took out the Batmobile, like, they don't have to take it out. If they just reduced the amount of Batmobile sections, that game would be like an actual full-blown masterpiece. That's not an exaggeration. It was almost 2 months where the game didn't work. Oh, okay. I thought it was a little less. But yeah, it released in a state that's somehow worse than like Pokemon and Devil in Me. The game just actually wouldn't work on Steam. Such a shame. Such a fucking shame. And they couldn't even do the collector's edition right.
And if you think that's a mouthful, buy comp of all things. The limited edition package for this game was called Hot and Spicy Everything Nicey Limited Edition. And if you think that's a mouthful, just wait until you try the curry. First of all, this is a rare example of a limited
Never heard of this
game
game,
being
ever.
made for a handheld console, which is pretty spicy in and of itself. But developers Compile Heart took it a step further and took notes out of Capcom's book by also taking a trip to the dollar store to pick up the items they included in
Oh,
this limited edition.
cooking
which were
utensils.
as follows: a cheap plastic spoon, a small plastic plate with the game's art on it, and
Wow.
a custom-made bib designed specifically for man-children weeaboo trash. All
That's
for the
so
affordable
nice,
price
though.
of $50.
Wait, that's like a great deal. You tell me I get a PS Vita game and a bib? Why is this on this list? This should not be here at all. Wow, I'm just upset I missed out. I don't necessarily need the meat paste spoon over here, but I could see myself using this plate. You could cook up some dino nuggies on that bitch, and you have a bib so you don't messy yourself. Like, this is a great deal. That shouldn't be on the list.
Across a forum thread from 2008 where many fans seemed excited about buying the limited edition, not receive the download codes for in-game items. Microsoft put out a statement acknowledging
So this just forgot
offered
everything.
a solution. If you have purchased a
Huge.
copy of the Fable 2 limited collector's edition that appears to be missing the DLC card, please enter your Windows Live ID here. And once again,
Sounds like a scam.
they got him.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Data breach.
we got him.
No, I'm just kidding. That'd be funny though if it was.
Oh.
The next game was based on one of the most legendary
That would've been pretty
filmmakers
awesome.
of all time. A name tied to the greatest cinematic masterpiece
Stranglehold!
of an era. That's right.
No one talks about. I loved Stranglehold. I played the fuck out of this game. I used to make glitch videos on Stranglehold on my channel. All of which, of course, are deleted, which is a goddamn shame. But I used to have so many videos on Stranglehold. This game was so good. And it had a multiplayer. And the multiplayer was extremely fun. Thanks, Prime Burke.
Right. I'm talking about John Woo. And more specifically his game, John Woo's Stranglehold.
Fuck,
which
so
kind of
good.
sounds like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu move. The game was developed by Midway, produced by Mr. Woo himself, and released on September 7th,
He needs to make a sequel.
2007 for both the Xbox 360 and
It's around that
And
time.
of course, there was a limited edition. Because they knew fans would eat up anything with John Woo's name on it, of course. The limited edition was different for each console. For $70,
He'd personally call you.
players got a Blu-ray copy of John Woo's exhilarating and action-packed hit film Hardboiled included in their game disc. Xbox 360
Awesome.
players received a behind-the-scenes documentary on Midway bringing the style of John Woo to video games, extended cutscenes, concept art, and an insider's look at sound design. Riveting. However, this limited edition included no copy of the Hardboiled film, or any John Woo films for that
jeepers.
matter. Conversely, though, the PS3 version included nothing but the Hardboiled Blu-ray. One of the extras found on the 360 version were
Let's
the
go!
version.
That's even
And
better.
Since the film was on the game disc itself, it was missing a few minor playback options. You know, like, I don't know, rewind, fast forward, and slow motion. But you know, I guess that's not necessary
Thanks,
anyways,
Risa Blake.
since the entire goddamn movie is in fucking slow motion. But at least you got to experience the magical wonder of a timeless John Woo classic. And making the final
That's
entry on
so
this
good.
list is, once again, Capcom.
Oh, yeah,
And
I know
it's
this
the
one.
same game series too. This time with Resident Evil 6, the
Yeah.
Leather Jacket Edition, which was released on October 6th, 2012. Now at first
They
glance,
also tried this similarly with Devil May Cry 5. So this must not have been as poorly received as the video lets on, because they did the same thing with Devil May Cry 5 where they had different editions for different jackets. So they had like a $2,000 Virgil jacket. They had like a fucking $5,000 Dante jacket or something crazy. I don't remember the exact prices, but they were thousands. So they must have really liked this idea.
this collector's edition looks pretty sweet. You get a replica genuine leather jacket based on the main characters in the game, Leon. You also get 4 custom tablet cases, which, you know, weird inclusion, but okay. The leather jacket, though, I mean, this is so useful and practical. You could wear it for your Leon cosplay, you know, or you could just wear it for a night out on the town. It's just a nice
Wear it to get
leather
some
jacket.
pussy.
Who doesn't want that? Not only that, but Capcom
Look
actually
at
delivered
that!
this time with a quality product. Well, I mean, based on this guy's unboxing, it looks kind of like flimsy and thin, but nonetheless, I mean,
I'd say the opposite. This looks like very, very, very stiff. This almost looks like it's photoshopped and cel shaded. That is some intense leather.
it's supposedly a leather jacket. And you can trust that it's quality because the product was so good that it was actually endorsed by the development team, who
Wow.
of course are well known for their cutting-edge sense of fashion. However, much like the Resident Evil 6 logo, the leather jacket edition starts to look pretty messed up upon closer inspection. The price of this deal was set at an absurd $1,000.
Oh!
So that's $1,000 for a leather jacket.
Let's go!
4 tablet cases,
What a
and
steal.
video game. Considering the fact that you can buy the same leather jacket on eBay for as low as $115, a reasonable markup price for this deal might have been something like $250 or $300. But
God. Hold on. I need to show you guys what they did with Devil May Cry 5 since a lot of you don't seem to remember that. So they had multiple jackets here. So here's the newcomer V's coat. V was the new character introduced there. And roughly $5,500. But how did this work again? Hold on, I need to see how this exactly worked. Is this resale from someone who won it? Okay, no, they just did one of each then. So $5,500 and you get V's coat. $6,500 and you get Nero's coat. And then $8,000 for Dante. They actually didn't have Virgil. I thought Virgil was one of them, but I guess not. That's so silly. I remember when this was announced, I wish I could have got my hands on one of these, but there's no shot I would ever pay this kind of price for a fucking leather jacket. Thanks to the Prime Zith and Resub Scouty and Pariah. Drip goes crazy. Oh, you wouldn't be able to stop getting laid if you bought one of these. Fuck. I forgot how cool these were. That just goes to show you, man, anime does not translate to the real world at all. Anime fashion is truly only okay in the medium. You're just now realizing that? What? Of course not. I said that with Cowboy Bebop when Netflix made their Cowboy Bebop live action. Like, it was terrible, but there were certain things that were very true to the anime one-to-one, like Ed, which was so cringy. But everything I've seen from Ed in Cowboy Bebop, I saw in Ed in Cowboy Bebop live action, and it's so embarrassing to watch a human being do all the over-exaggerated mannerisms and over-the-top speaking and lines that anime has being done in person. It just doesn't work. That show is fucking unwatchably bad. This is a tier 1 raptor. No, it wasn't. Oh my god, I can't believe there's a Cowboy Bebop Netflix live action Defender. I didn't know such a thing was possible. It was bad. Yu Yu Hakusho's next. I know. It's so painful. They're making live action Yu Yu Hakusho, literally shitting on one of my favorite anime. So sad. Thanks to the resub, Maestro. Do you think it could be made good and they just have to take the story and reimagine it? I don't know what they need to do. The only live action anime anything I've ever seen that was good, at least that I can think of off the top of my head, is Alita Battle Angel, which is based on a manga. And that was a great movie. Edge of Tomorrow. Oh yeah, Edge of Tomorrow also is based on a manga. Great movie. Alita was terrible though. It's such a bad take. It really isn't. That movie is like just the most fun, over-the-top, unapologetic anime sci-fi film. Everything about it I thought was great. It pulled no punches and fully embraced all the campiness of a manga and put it on the big screen with a huge budget. I don't know what more you could have asked for. The ending sucked ass, though. Well, they tried to set it up for a sequel, but it got stuck in development hell, so a sequel's probably never going to come. So it seems like it was more like a rushed thing to set up for hopefully a future, but since it was lost for so long, it just didn't work. I haven't seen Speed Racer. I've heard great things, though. This was a very interesting video. I never stopped to think about terrible collector's editions. And I'd only known about a couple of these. Alright, I'm going to bed though. Alright everyone, thanks for tuning in. Everyone who donated, big thanks, new subs, welcome aboard. Sub means a lot. Thanks for subbing. Enjoy the emotes. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night everyone. Sleep well.